Hello, and welcome to the good news.
Episode 1.
This is episode 1.
The big one.
The very first. The one and only so far.
So what's this show about, Dom?
This show is about is about good news from around the world. And we're going to start off by bringing you to our hometown, which is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There's a small borough. Is Braddock a borough?
It's a place.
Braddock's a place.
It's a small place.
A lot of boroughs, places around here. You have to visit sometime. But we're going to Braddock. And Braddock is a town which has had its ups and downs for a while.
A lot of downs.
A lot of downs, especially since the late 80s. And as of recently, the one and only institution there that was providing any sort of job was the hospital, which has also been closed. So there is not much happening in Braddock right now.
Right.
However, I will say that the mayor there has been doing quite a bit. Braddock has partnered up with Levi's, and they are trying to introduce I think their product, of course.
Yeah.
But to introduce their product to an impoverished community, but it should be bringing in revenue, basically, is the idea. It's called the Go Forth campaign, I think, and it actually is including a 10-year-old narrator. So we got a little boy.
Yeah, we'll include a link in the side. I don't know where the sidebar is going to be, but it's going to be...
Okay.
You'll see it.
Okay.
It'll be there.
Okay. And... I don't know, I think at that point we're going to see what happens. Hopefully they're going to have a little restart there. Levi's is going to sort of jumpstart Brad.
Yeah, have you seen the commercial?
I haven't seen it, no, I haven't seen it
It's
yet.
pretty cool. You know, it's like, it's artsy. I think there's a lot of black and white, has that vintage footage. And, you know, has that 10-year-old narrator, and it's cool, and there's different shots from around Braddock, which is nice. I mean, they really use the whole community, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the residents got paid or reimbursed if their house or where they were was used. So in that sense, it was really cool.
Nice.
I know a lot of people were hating on this story because they think that Levi's, big corporation, is going to come in and sort of exploit this community.
Mm-hmm.
But as you were saying before, you know, Braddock really needs more attention brought to it. You know, if you're going to get more industry, you need people to start talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, Braddock was a town that saw a lot of violence.
Yeah.
But in the past, I think, 2 years, they haven't even seen one homicide, which is impressive. I think the mayor actually had, or has, tattoos on his forearm of the dates that the homicides were happening while he was mayor.
Pretty wild mayor.
So, yeah.
Pretty different kind of mayor,
yeah, but
sure.
He's a cool guy. He seems like a cool guy.
He's like a
WWE
WWE wrestler. I mean, the guy's like 7'6". I met him one time. Well, I met him one time, and I like watched all of his videos online because it's like, oh, the coolest mayor, you know, stuff like that. So I watched his videos. I saw him on Colbert and was reading the Rolling Stones article.
Yeah. And
I was actually nervous to meet him in real life, not only because, you know, I saw him on TV, but he's like 6'8", 300 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's like Big Show, but cooler and not a, you know, wrestler. Mr. Mayor, you're a great guy. I'm not saying you're like Big Show.
We like what's happening.
Yeah.
Another thing that's cool, though, is that Levi's is going to give $1 million to convert a church into a youth community center. And that, I believe, is going to be in Nia Page's name. And that's actually sort of a tragic story, but she was a 2-year-old girl that was found frozen to death in a wooden area of Rankin in February 2007. Her father, not a good guy. So this is sort of in tribute to her. So I think that's pretty
nice.
cool too. But yeah, that's...
Is that going to be near the new basketball courts?
You know, I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Okay, because I know AmeriCorps does a lot of things in Braddock, and I know there's a community center there, but I was just wondering if it's going to be there.
Could be. Yeah, but so that's our local spotlight.
Yeah, good story.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Thumbs up,
yeah,
Mr. Fetterman.
Absolutely.
And Levi's and Braddock.
Absolutely.
Or Braddock. Is it Braddock or Braddock?
I think you have to ask the natives.
I think if you live there, it might be Braddock, but since I say everything with a weird Pittsburgh accent, it's Braddock.
Yeah, it's Braddock. That's what I thought too.
Alright. Sorry, anybody who lives there, if I'm mispronouncing your town.
We do our best.
I mispronounce my own town, so don't worry about it. Okay, so my story, not local, came from the LA Times This one dealt with, and again, the link will be next to me somewhere on the video. Yeah, this is the first episode, so you're gonna see this a lot. Yeah, it'll be in this room, maybe. So anyways, it's just that the FDA was urging less antibiotics in meat. Now they're not finding different companies for this, and you know, there's been a lot of complaints that they haven't done enough to really reach out to the companies and force them to stop using so many antibiotics. But I think this highlights an important part, is that I think the consumers really pushed a lot of this to get through raising awareness, through having these different groups that are trying to rally support for all this. Yeah. So that's why I really like this story.
I believe that a lot of consumers are definitely becoming much more informed, and they're making some mindful decisions about what they're eating, how animals are being treated. You know, I mean, this goes even deeper than what we're talking about now, but I'm sorry, continue.
No, go ahead, bro.
Well, no, you know, I think
all I eat is like pasta and Fruit Loops. So I mean, I really don't want antibiotics in my meat, and I think it's bad. But I don't really eat that much meat anyways, because I eat like I'm 12.
There you go.
Know, so it's a lot of sugar, and it's a lot of, like, I don't know, water and Mountain Dew.
So, talking about mindful consumers.
I mean, I try to eat healthy, and you know, every now and then I will buy a steak or some chicken, but it's pretty rare. You know, I don't even like to grocery shop that much.
You should never have your chicken rare, my man.
Yeah. Good one. Good one.
No, you know, I mean, I definitely agree with what they're saying here. I sort of feel like it's about time. But it's great all the same. And, you know, I think once people become even more aware, this isn't going to be an issue. You know, I think that that's the goal in the long run, is that we shouldn't have to be concerned about, you know, antibiotics in the meat that we're eating and how it could be negatively affecting us, you know, our children, our loved ones.
Well, just look at, you know, different stories. It seems like every other week there's a recall on some kind of beef product or something like that. I mean, that kind of stuff definitely worries me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, one place you can go, and this is going to be a little shout out, is Whole Foods Market. Yeah, you know, all of the meat at Whole Foods Market is guaranteed to be all natural, and they have very, very, very strict regulations that they follow. So you won't have antibiotics there. You won't have growth hormones, that type of thing.
You should do a quick disclaimer that you work there.
I work there.
He works at Whole Foods. Disclaimer.
Yes, I do. But yeah, no, I think.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Have you seen that documentary Food Inc?
Nope.
I don't know if you have. Our cameraman has. Awesome. It's a great documentary, right? Yeah, it goes through the meat industry. It goes through different practices they use. They have the undercover cameras. They also talk a lot about corn, which it might sound really boring, and you're just like, okay, corn, whatever. But just how it's evolved to sort of become such a essential part of the industry, and how it's become ingrained in so many different foods that, you know, I was talking about like gummy snacks and like Fruit Loops. I mean, all that stuff has corn syrup. Mm-hmm. And you know, outside the antibiotics, I know that the big companies now own the seed, right?
Right.
Yeah, so now the farmers don't even own their own seed. So that's just something, again, between that documentary, different groups raising awareness, this is really coming from the bottom up, which is good to see.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Well,
okay.
I think
that might be the end of episode 1.
That's wrapping it up.
We're not sure because we've never done an episode. Maybe it should be episode 0.5. But anyways, I think we're going to have more links to the side. Check out our website. We have a quick origin story, I hope. If it gets up there.
We'll figure it out.
Something like that.
Yep, absolutely.
But, I don't know. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Dave.
Dominic.
And keep it good.
Good night.